Hey guys, what's up? Austin Smith here with a review of the Zvezda 1/100 scale Dingo armored scout car. That was a World War II British armored scout car. Let's take a look at the box real quick. Move that off. You can see you get instructions on the back. 10-part kit. Inside is just a sprue with those 10 parts on it. A card that is for the Art of Tactic game that I don't play, so that card really doesn't have any effect on me. There's no instruction thing or anything in there, you just have to follow this diagram. So sometimes there are things on the back, and that does get you with these particular types of kits. With this one it's not a problem at all. I was looking at a couple pictures of where of what the model will look like when it's finished, and I believe that is a proof of purchase. I have no idea. You get it in Russian and English on either side. I believe it's Russian. Zvezda is a Russian company. Anyway, let's put that off to the side. I'm bringing this tiny thing. Like most of Zvezda's kits, this is a snap kit, so there's no glue required, although you might want to glue these tires because they do pop off quite easily, although I'm not... There we go. They just come off. And if you're having a particularly rough day and everything is out of focus, you will probably pop them off. So I'd recommend gluing those, but everything else holds together very nicely. It does have some seam lines, and as you can see, I didn't... Hopefully, as you can see, again, if it focuses... Focus. There we go. You can see there I didn't do the best job of cutting the flash off. Or not flash, that's actually a bit of the sprue. But the detail is fairly nice. Again, not... superb, but it gets the job done for sure. And if you're just doing it for a board game and plugging the flag in, it's no problem. I don't put the flag in because I don't play the game. That tiny little machine gun there, I bent it the first time I was trying to install it, so you need to be careful about that. It is super fragile, and I'm actually very impressed that it is even on there. It's really nice. It's probably the only armament, so they couldn't get away with not putting it on there, but putting it on there that small, they could have easily just kind of fudged it and made it a little bit bigger. Anyway, let's bring out a couple scale. Here's another Zvezda model. This is a Matilda 1 British tank, and you can see this thing is super tiny, especially when we compare it to, say, a Plastic Soldier Company Cromwell tank. It's absolutely minuscule. It's smaller than a Panzer I even. Just a tiny little thing. Let's bring out my other comparison. It is not much bigger than this die. And this little Risk Man here. There we go. It's a tiny thing. I don't know much about the Dingo, but I do know that it was probably had a bit more to it, looks-wise, than this does. But this is still a great little representation of the item. And I do like the fact that each wheel is separate so that they can be painted easier and then glued into place. Because getting up in there, if you were going to paint it, I don't paint most of my miniatures, but that would be certainly a pain. Well, yeah, it would be a pain. Anyway, I quite like that little thing. It's a bit small for Zvezda kits, and it's still the standard $5, so if you're talking about amount of plastic you get for $5, this is probably not worth it, but for what went into this and what it is, it's a pretty good little model there. Bye.